Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Daily Downshift. My name's Nestor and today we're gonna be going over kind of like a full list and an overview of every mod we've done so far on the M2 because it is quite extensive, man. I don't know exactly how many mods I've done to this car. I'm gonna list every single little one that I've done. It's probably something like 35 mods if I had to guess, but once I count it up and finish this video, it'll be in the title anyways. All right guys, first off, we are gonna start with, wait for it, there they are. The yellow DRLs from Motorsport Plus. IND also sells these, and honestly, for the price, the yellow DRLs really help to make the car stand out. They look great in a lot of the colors. Obviously, I have it on the red. Maybe I'm biased, but I think it looks good on the red. It looks great on the black, the white, the gray. The blue, I'm not sold on, but I don't hate it either. So I think it looks good on basically every color of this car. Now, these are cheap, so they are a good mod, and it really changes the appearance of the car. It makes it look more like racy and aggressive. But here's the one downside that nobody talks about, and you're gonna hear it first from me. These things break all the time, no matter who you get them from. There's so many different manufacturers. You can even get it directly from China. These things break all the time. I've had to get my left one replaced, and then like a month later I had to get my right one replaced. So these things can cause you issues and they break all the time, so fair warning. It looks sick, it's a cost-effective mod, but no matter who you go for manufacturer-wise, they may give you problems. Next up, we have another cosmetic mod here. These are the carbon fiber custom roundels or badges from Toronto Carbon. He's a buddy of mine actually. He's local to here. He makes some really sick, unique, custom, bespoke products. I think it looks sick. It really matches. Obviously, I have carbon everywhere and I have Toronto red, and he did the carbon weave with the red paint. I think it's awesome. Now, it's not everyone's cup of tea because it's not OEM, it's not OEM Plus. That's not a mod for everyone, but considering the price and considering how it kind of ties together my whole build, I really like it and I would definitely recommend it. Next up, let's talk about these bad boys right here. The grills in carbon fiber. These are from my friends over at Auto Technic, and I really think it helps make this car more unique. It kind of makes it a lot more seamless. Obviously, there's only one kind of slat in the front there, so it cleans it up a little bit. And you know what? It probably provides for better airflow as well for the radiators and heat exchangers and all that good stuff. So I think it's probably a mod that not only looks sick, but maybe, just maybe gives you a little bit better airflow and performance. While we're still on the front end here, guys, I'm also going to talk about this right here. This is the carbon fiber front bumper insert piece on the bottom here. This is also from Auto Technic, and it matches these grills and obviously everything else that I have here perfectly. It is such a nice piece, but I would really recommend PPFing it because that section right there picks up so many rocks, scratches, debris. It's crazy. So if you are going to get that bottom piece in carbon fiber, make sure to PPF it. These are actually from Unit 17 Auto Styling, and I think actually they're one of the coolest things that you can do up front because it just adds so much more aggression. I love the diagonal slat there that it has. It's like super race car inspired. Such a sick mod, and I really recommend it for, you know, the looks department of the car. It really shakes things up on the front end, and it makes it a lot more aggressive. We then have, of course, to go along with that, the beautiful Unit 17 Auto Styling front lip, which unfortunately, guys, I did damage. As you can see, this thing has been definitely beat up quite a bit, but you know what? I am surprised that it took this long for me to destroy this front lip. I absolutely love it. It's got this unique pattern here. It's got a little hole there for airflow. Really cool. Overall, I'm a big fan of this front lip from Unit 17. Let's go ahead and move over to the side of the car because we got to talk about the wheels and also the suspension. So obviously, for those of you who have seen the channel, we have ourselves the signature SV104s, I believe. These are a fully forged wheel. They're the same size as OEM. So up front we have a 19 and in the rear we have a 20. Absolutely love the color. This is like a brushed aluminum finish. I think it looks so incredibly good with the Toronto red and all the carbon fiber. If I were to get another set of forged wheels, it would probably be basically the same thing, or maybe I would go more aggressive and get like a forged magnesium wheel. That would be so sick and shed even more weight. But love these wheels. They've been fantastic, and they've treated me very, very well. I also wrapped this in Michelin PS4Ss, and they are BMW Star Spec. Obviously, if you saw the video of me picking up this car, I did lose the tire lottery, and sadly, the car came with Pirelli, so I had to get brand new tires as well. But overall, can't complain. They've been fantastic. Hopefully you guys can see that in there. We got the KW Hasket. You can see the yellow spring just barely in the purple collars. It's pretty damn cool. I love the color scheme. The KW Hasket has been great to me. The only thing that I'll say is that I haven't really utilized the height adjustable aspect of them, and so I spent a lot of money on them, and I'm not really using one of the core features. So I probably would have been just fine with getting a spring. That would have saved me a lot of money, and the install would have been way, way easier. So I believe that is 8 mods in total. Moving along to the side here, we got these carbon fiber mirrors. Look absolutely beautiful, and you know, there's not too much to say about them other than this is a super essential mod that I think everybody should do on their cars, especially if you have other carbon fiber stuff. It really just ties everything together nicely. Next up, we have the side skirts here from Unit 17 Auto Styling. One of my favorite side skirts designs that are out there on the market, guys. I love these so much. And yeah, I would really recommend them, especially if you have yourself a front lip. These are the side skirts to go for. I can't stress this enough, guys. My favorite side skirts that are out there on the market by far. Let's just go straight for the big mod here, and that is the Recaro pole position bucket seats with the custom fabric that I have here. That's kind of like a retro design. Absolutely love these buckets. They have been fantastic to me. And honestly, if you do not have yourself a bucket seat from factory from BMW, I cannot stress this enough, guys. You should definitely consider getting Recaro pole positions or some sort of Sparkos. They really transform this car entirely and make the driving experience so much more fun. We got the PCI mounting kit, all the hardware to go along with the Recaro bucket seat. I can't say I recommend them because I had quite a lot of problems with the install. I had to make a lot of modifications. I had to buy external screws when it was supposed to be a whole kit. So I can't say I'm super happy with them, but obviously, you know, it works. It's in the car. The slider's great. So I can't really say anything bad about the functionality of the actual kit itself. Moving along to the center here, guys. I never made a video about this, but we actually have ourselves a shift knob here, which I don't remember the company that makes this, but I'll put it in the description or on screen right here. But I bought it off a buddy of mine, and I have to say, this is one of the best mods bang for buck that I've put on this car. So the reason why the shift knob upgrade has been so good is because it's actually a weighted shift knob. So the top of it is quite heavy. I guess it's top heavy, right? And the big thing about the OEM shift knob that I don't like is it doesn't really have any weight to it. So if you want to throw it into gear fast, and if you're switching gears very fast, it doesn't feel like it snaps into place very easily. You really have to force it. Sometimes it feels like a pretty rubbery going into place. This shift knob got rid of a lot of those problems I was having. Because it weighs significantly more on the top, it snaps into place much quicker and easier without that kind of like rubbery feeling. And honestly, like, I paid $100 for this. It might be like 150 or 200 brand new, but I can't stress how big of a difference this little shift knob made. So this is one of those things on the whole car that I would be like, if you have a manual and you're not really liking the feel of it, get this and see how you like it, because it's very cost effective, it's cheap, and I felt a really nice improvement right away, and it was very surprising. So that's one of the things that's like right at the top of my list in terms of recommendations for mods, specifically for the manual G87. Okay, we can't be in the interior without talking about the actual sound system upgrade that we have in this car from BeamerTech. I can't stress how nice of an upgrade this has been for the car. When I first got the car, you know, I thought the audio system was pretty good. You know, it's one of those things where you don't realize how bad it is until you experience like the best in terms of audio. Then you're like, oh wow, the audio system that comes from factory in this car is absolute crap. Obviously, this is premium package. It's basically fully loaded. So it did come with a Harman Kardon upgraded premium package sound system. And honestly, night and day transformation. You guys, you know, really have to look into an audio system if you are an audiophile. If you're someone who listens to music all the time, super recommend Beamer Tech, not only for speakers but also for the amp. Night and day difference, man. Every day when I'm driving this car, I'm either listening to the awesome exhaust and intake noises that this car is making, or I'm just blasting music in this car on the way to the gym or something, and it really puts a massive smile on your face. It's one of those nice creature comforts, kind of like borderlines luxury, that I would definitely recommend for this car. Before we get to the back of this car, let's have a look inside of the engine bay, because there's actually quite a few mods that were done inside the engine bay. I didn't get to everything that I wanted to do before making this video, but there's enough in here to talk about. So, as you guys can see, we got quite a bit of carbon fiber. The first one and the most prominent is the carbon fiber engine cover right here. This is from Auto-Technic, and this is also from Auto-Technic. So this is the carbon fiber engine cover, and this is the carbon fiber oil cooling shroud. Both of these are really nice. It's like adds a little bit of eye candy to the engine bay. And then the other thing I do want to talk about is these intakes. Absolutely love them. For the amount of money they cost, they not only, you know, make the engine bay look better, but also they add so many nice swooshes and induction noises that really enhances the experience of spirited driving in this car. So for $400 or $500, guys, I cannot recommend the Burger Motorsports cold air intakes enough. It's also super awesome that they have the red filters, which kind of matches the car in general. So this is a huge recommendation right here. Love the intake so much. All right, guys, moving along to the back end side, we got a bunch of mods here. And where do I begin? I guess we can start with this massive rear spoiler. It's kind of like a lip spoiler, but as you guys can see from the backhand side, it is super aggressive. And this is also from Unit 17. Absolutely love this. It's custom. As you can see, it's kind of like the M Performance, but it stretches out all the way to the end so that there's no gap on either side. The geometry is super nice. As you can see, there's a little design in there. The side profile is not super aggressive, but once you come up to the back, there is absolutely no mistaking it. Looks super awesome and badass. Next up, we also have this from Unit 17. I don't even know what you call these, but these are M Performance styled. The only difference between this and M Performance is that these are a one-piece design, whereas M Performance, I believe, it's cut in half into 2 carbon fiber pieces. So honestly, if you do like this, I wouldn't go for M Performance, because you can kind of see that separation between the 2 carbon fiber pieces. I personally don't like that whatsoever. I'd rather have it be one piece, and that is why I definitely recommend them from Unit 17 Auto Styling. We also have the beautiful diffuser from Unit 17 Auto Styling. As you guys can see, it just makes the rear end way more aggressive. There's another one of these, I don't even know what you call these, but adds to the aggression. There's one more down the middle. The OEM one is plastic, and I believe there's only 2 of them, so that really helps set off the back end, and it's a pretty cohesive look in my opinion. We also did these right here. These are kind of like PPF tints, and honestly really helps out the back end. Stock, there's a bunch of like silver geometry in here that I really don't like, so this helps set off the back end, and for how much this costs, I would really recommend it. Anyways, guys, the last and most significant mod that we're going to talk about on this car is, of course, the TFL Italy full catback exhaust system with the super aggressive, massive exhaust tips here. This exhaust system has been absolutely incredible. It's expensive, but it's made in Italy. It has given me no issues. It sounds super clean. It's not raspy, and overall, killer exhaust that I would really recommend. Let's hear the burbles from the exhaust, shall we? Let's get some windows open action now. Dude, it is so good. TFL Italy, I give you guys my highest rating, dude. I swear, it is so good. I truly think the only other mods that this car really needs to kind of finish it overall is some sort of rear seat delete and like a half gauge put in there, maybe a carbon fiber trunk, a carbon fiber hood, and then finally a battery replacement. Because this, for those of you that do not know, the M2 has a regular battery in it that weighs like 60 pounds. You can throw in a lithium ion battery from like a couple racing companies and save like 45 pounds with just a battery swap, which is nuts. It's really hard to shave that much weight in modern cars with a single mod. So that is something that I probably would have done. But yeah, other than those 4 mods, like this car has been perfect, and I can't really even think of anything else to do because, yeah, like I said, it's just been such a joy, and it's almost too much car. And I completely forgot this, guys, but there's 2 more mods, both of which are from Stradale Design that I forgot to mention. The first one is this radiator protector grill guard right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's like a mesh that's in there very nicely, protecting the radiator. And the other one is actually underneath the car, and it's protecting the bottom radiator, which sometimes gets damaged by customers and then their car gets destroyed. Both of those mods are essential because obviously you're protecting the radiator, you're protecting the engine, making sure that, you know, you don't get like an oil leak and then you drive on low fuel and boom, your engine's gone like that. So those are 2 mods that, you know, you don't necessarily think you need, but it's nice to have that protection just in case something goes wrong. But yeah, guys, do let me know what you think of all the mods and the direction that I've went for this build. Again, I'm super happy with it. I really recommend the G87 as a platform to anybody thinking about getting this car. You can do so many mods and take this into any direction you'd like. It's really open to your own imagination and how creative you are. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, smash that like button, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.